and 1 and 2 and 2 and 1 and... Aw, shucks, I can't dance.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I will be teaching you all how to create this pillbox hat. A lot of you guys asked me on my Instagram to do this video for you guys, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I really love this hat because it's very simple and you would not think you would be able to create this hat with the materials I'm about to share with you guys. So if you guys are interested in watching and creating this, then keep on watching.
Alrighty, we are starting off with some cardboard, some scissors, obviously, and measuring tape, some hair combs, and a marker or pen to draw your lines and whatnot, your glue gun, veil, and fabric of your choice. I am starting off by taking a measuring tape and measuring the length of the entire hat, which is going to be approximately 22 inches. These measurements are prior to another hat that I made a year ago, so you can feel free to make it bigger or smaller, whatever you desire. And now for the width, it's going to be 2 inches. And this is depending how thick or how tall you want your hat to be. Also, before I get started, I suggest you take cardboard or anything that you're using and make sure it's the entire length, because my silly self decided to just use a 12 or 18 inch. After we got our measurements done, I am just going to be tracing this onto the cardboard directly so I can outline it and sketch it out so we can cut it out. And for this part, I'm just adding I believe it was like 2 or 3 inches that I was missing on the cardboard that I had. So this is just the extra length that I am adding because I did not have the exact 22 inches in just one whole sheet of cardboard. So after I have glued on that with my glue gun, I am just folding this and molding this so we can have that round shape for the surface of the pillbox hat. And for the circumference, I don't now have the exact measurements, but I decided to use just any regular bowl. You just want to make sure that it matches up to the 22 inches that you have, which is going to be surrounding that surface. So just keep that in mind. And right after you have your circle, you are going to notice right away if you need a cut or if you need to make it bigger or smaller. And like I said, that just all depends to you. But right after that is done, I have finally figured that that's the shape that I want, and I will be taking this fabric glue and I'm going to be applying this all throughout the cardboard. That way we can have this all neatly done. And for this, I do suggest that you do use a fabric glue because silicone does not work. I tried it and it was an epic fail, so just keep that in mind. You want to make sure you wrap this neatly throughout the entire cardboard and you tuck in the edges so it doesn't look very messy. So just try to make it as neat as possible. That way you have a nice looking pillbox hat. And right after that is done, you can put some heavy objects on top of this. That way the glue seals and meanwhile it dries. And we are going to be moving on to the circle of the pillbox hat. And again, we're going to be repeating that same process that we previously did. You want to make sure you tuck in the fabric neatly, and then you're going to bring it all in. And don't worry if this part is kind of messy. We are going to be layering a fabric on top of this so we can cover that up. And this is going to be the inside of it, so no one's really going to be able to see this. So don't really worry too much about that. And once that is done, I'm going to be applying the plate. Meanwhile, the glue dries and we gather everything up. And once we finally have everything, I'm going to be taking my glue gun and gluing the edges onto the circle that we have here. And I suggest you use the glue gun as opposed to the fabric glue because it's a lot more stronger as opposed to the fabric glue. So here we have it. It's still not fully dried, but we're going to be taking the veil, and I took half a yard, so I have approximately 19 inches here, and then I'm going to be taking a needle and a thread and bringing this in and out throughout the top part of the veil. I hope that makes sense. It's very simple, and that way we can gather it up and cinch it all up. And I'm just going to be sewing this to the top of the hat. If you don't want the veil, you don't have to apply a veil, but I love being extra, so I decided to add the veil. Now I am taking this hair clip and I'm going to be applying this to the inner part of the pillbox hat with silicone as well. That way it could be a lot easier for us to apply this pillbox hat so it does not move nowhere. And this is the final result. If you don't want to add a veil, you can add a bow. But I really hope you guys enjoy that.
Now go on and create your own pillbox hat. And if you guys do so, make sure to tag me on Instagram and let me know how the little process went, because for me it was very fun, and now you have a nice fancy hat in your collection. Also, don't forget to turn on post notifications. That way you can get notified every time I upload a new video. And with that, babes, I will see you all next time. Bye.